The most important conversation that I have every day is my conversation with God. And if you're uncomfortable with that word, you can say universe, spirits, infinite intelligence, whatever word that makes you feel connected to this higher power. I believe the reason why most people in the world feel lost is because they've forgotten their ability to connect with the divine. I believe we're all divine beings living a human experience, but without that connection, we are merely just humans. And you can interpret that however you would like. Most people don't go looking for God or that connection with the universe until they are deep in agony and pain. But don't be like most people. Be your most divine self, your best self. I'm going to share with you my 5 steps on how I speak with the universe every single day. And when you learn how to do this daily, not only will you become the master of your own life, but you'll be able to manifest incredible things. And whether it's abundance, love, health, relationships, you can have it all. You just have to make sure that you get your order delivered to the universe. And I've been doing this for a very, very long time. And the things that I was able to achieve and manifest into my life all started with a conversation with God or the universe, whatever you want to call it. So let's begin. Step number 1, have belief. How can you pray to or speak with something that you don't even believe in? And just so you know, I used to not have the same level of belief that I have now. It grew with me as more beautiful things unfolded in my life. But it was only because I believed. Started with that. Our beliefs shape our reality. And to be honest, most of our decisions are already pre-made based on values and beliefs that are pre-set. So if you want to speak with the universe, let it know that you believe in it. Even if the belief isn't as strong as you like, it will still reveal itself like a baby peeking through a curtain or, a window. It will guide you until God is all you see. The most fundamental ingredient for speaking with the universe is belief. Step number 2, stillness. God is in the silence. This is why meditation is so important. It allows you to enter stillness and to observe what's going on. Now, meditation isn't the only way you can find stillness. You can find it in many other forms. Contrary to the practice of meditation, sometimes I'm the most connected to the universe when my heart rate is elevated during exercise. When I'm running, whether I'm in the gym, and the most common of all, during on walks. Some of you can relate to this. And I just want to let you know that we never walk alone. Even if we're by ourselves, we're never alone. God is always right beside us during our walks. And me and him, we catch up all the time. Figure out your way of entering stillness. Is it by sitting down and closing your eyes? Is it by movement? Or perhaps you find that you like to do both. Nothing wrong with that. The only way to start the conversation is actually by entering stillness. You can hear the universe in the silence, but you can also hear it in your heart when it's elevated, when it's racing. And by the way, the most common misconception about meditation is that you need to empty your mind. That's totally not true, because meditation is purely observation. I want you to imagine that you're trying to cross the street, right? Like a busy street, and you see traffic, cars, bikers, whatever, driving up and down. Do you focus only on the cars and the noise that it makes? No, because you're only observing it so you can ultimately get across the street, right? So get across the street. Step number 3, ask something. Do you want guidance and insight? Do you want answers on a question that you've been having a hard time with? What do you actually want? The whole purpose of having conversations with God is to create. It's because we want something. Is that correct? When we collaborate with the universe, we can create whatever we want. You and I, we are all creators. But if we aren't decisive or intentional with what we want, God will just sit on the sidelines and wait for you. It's like going to a restaurant and the server comes up to you. Hey, Bob or Billy or Jean. They ask, what would you like to eat for dinner? for tonight. You say, I don't know yet. And guess what? The server will always wait for you until you actually know what you want. Now, what do you want? Is it guidance? Is it a request? The universe is a loving and a serving power, but most people starve at their dinner tables for their entire lifetime simply because they don't ask. And it doesn't have to be a big one. Just ask. It can be a small one, and the rest will reveal itself. Step number 4, look for the signs. Now that you've made a request, look for the signs. And some would say, synchronicities, because the universe is always listening and is always going to respond. And a lot of people actually get to this point on their own naturally. But what holds them back from truly collaborating with the universe or God is their lack of action. Sometimes the perfect partner will appear, or the opportunity that they've been waiting for this entire time. But when it shows up at the door, a lot of people have the habit of just pushing it away. Maybe you can relate, whether it's too good to be true, or, you don't feel worthy enough to actually have it. Imagine, ordering your meal and the server finally brings it. And then you're like, not sure if I'm hungry anymore. Please take it back to the kitchen. And I'll let you know later. And guess what? Sometimes when you do want it later, the kitchen's already closed. And then you have to wait for it again until it opens up. Are you seeing the patterns here? Look for the signs, because this connects it is a perfect segue for step 5. Step 5 is take action. Because when opportunity knocks on your door, invite it in and do your best. Don't overthink it. Don't try to give yourself reasons or tell yourself stories on why you can't do it right now. How many times have you closed the door on God until you've learned a lesson? It's not a lesson to keep repeating over and over again. Go on that date. Start that business that's been on your mind. Pack your things and travel the world. Perhaps forgive that person and finally free yourself. Whatever it is that you're looking to get help with, do it. Especially when God gives you the signs to do so, and He carves a safe passage for you. Don't be one of those people who, where somebody can throw a pie of truth and science to their face and they still do nothing. Anyways, let's summarize. Step 1, have belief. Step 2, enter stillness. Step 3, ask. Step 4, look for signs. Step 5, take action. If you follow these 5 steps, you will be able to build one of the most beautiful connections with the universe. And when you learn how to speak with God, like this specifically, I promise you that you'll be able to create the life of your dreams. And I don't say this as a joke. I say this out of experience because I'm living my dream life right now. And my only purpose is to help you create your dream life. I want all of us to be living our highest and most divine lives. And I can't wait to have you here. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. Comment below what your favorite step was. I'd totally love to know, and share this video to someone you love. My name is Quan the Alchemist, and love is always the answer. Take care.